Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Samantha, and in this video I'm going to show you how I make one of my favorite leave-in conditioners. And this is something that's very nourishing, very moisturizing, and also very conditioning for the hair. Dry hair is going to break, so you really need to focus on moisturizing your hair and keeping your hair moisturized. And this goes for when your hair is out, or if it's in a protective style, you should moisturize your hair. Moisture is your hair's best friend. The main ingredient for this leave-in conditioner is aloe vera. Aloe vera has become one of my most favorite ingredients for the hair and also for the skin. And you know, a lot of people drink aloe vera juice because it's got so many benefits. The majority of what's in there is water, and that's why it's very moisturizing. But it also contains lots of vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C. So that's going to nourish your hair, nourish your scalp, nourish your hair follicles. So it really does help to boost hair growth, and it also helps to thicken hair. So if you're suffering from thinning hair, try aloe vera and try this leave-in conditioner, because I think it might really help you. And also, if your hair is just breaking and shedding a lot, this is something that you might want to try. So when we're using aloe vera, you can use either the juice or the gel. I usually prefer to use the juice, which I make myself from the aloe vera plant, but unfortunately my leaves are too small at the moment, and therefore I bought some ready-made aloe vera juice. You can buy any one that you like. This is the one that I got. It is pure aloe vera juice. It's got a preservative in it already, so that means it's going to be, well, it's going to have a nice longer shelf life, so it's not something that's going to go off very soon. I like this one because it doesn't have any added sugar, because sugar, once you put sugar and leave it somewhere, especially if the hair is going to be a little bit damp for a while, then that's just going to be a breeding ground for bacteria and fungus. So you really don't want something to add a lot of sugar to your scalp and your hair. So I like this because it doesn't have any sugar in it. It also doesn't have any yeast or flavorings or colorings or any of those things, which could be quite nasty for your scalp and your hair. So this is just basically pure aloe vera juice with some preservative. So that's the main ingredient. The other thing that I'm going to use is your vegetable glycerin. Glycerin comes from a variety of things. So this particular one, I like this one because it comes from the rapeseed oil. Some glycerins are made from coconut. There are lots of ways that they make glycerin, so you have to look carefully to see what's contained in it, because if you're vegan and they've got some animal products, then you might not want to use that. I like this one. So this is just pure vegetable glycerin. And then the next thing that you need is something to just make it easy to apply and to nourish. Give it a little bit of slip and condition the hair, and the best thing for that is a little bit of oil. So you can use any oil that your hair likes. I'm going to use this one. It says pure jojoba oil, but in reality it's actually a mixture of sweet almond oil and jojoba oils. It's 50-50. My hair loves this stuff, so I'm going to use that. You can use coconut oil if you like. You can use sunflower oil. You can use pretty much any oil that you like. It's entirely up to you. And then just to boost the hair growth properties of this, and also just to give it a nice smell, I like to add essential oils. So it's up to you which ones you want to use. The one that I like to use for my leave-in conditioners, masks, etc. is peppermint oil. And I'm sure if you watched my other videos, you've heard me talk about peppermint oil, and this is the one that I use. So this is peppermint essential oil. So there are essentially two types of peppermint oils or peppermint breeds. The one that has been shown to promote hair growth is the one here, Piperita mentha. So you need to make sure that when you get your peppermint oil, if you want to boost hair growth, that it needs to be this one with a Piperita mentha. The other ones, they're really just essential oils to be used for things like aromatherapy, so which is still good in terms of giving it a nice smell. But I want to give my hair both a nice smell, a peppermint smell, and also to boost hair growth. Peppermint oil has been shown to boost hair growth, and your hair will grow, very well. So it's good. It promotes the blood flow to the scalp because it gives the nice tingly feeling, but also it nourishes the hair follicles and helps to strengthen the hair that way. So yes, this is one of my favorites. And then last but not least, something to just thicken it with. I know some people prefer to use aloe vera gel when they're making their leave-in conditioners, but because I'm using aloe vera juice, then I always like to use something that's going to thicken it a little bit. And my choice is just some homemade chia gel, chia seed hair gel. So I've got a video in which I showed you how to make chia seed hair gel, and I'll put a link to that on the screen and in the description box below so you can watch that. So you can use this chia seed hair gel, but if you prefer, you can use a flaxseed hair gel. It's pretty much the same. They're more or less the same, to be honest. It's sort of similar properties. I like this one, chia seed hair gel, because it's got slightly less protein than flaxseed hair gel. But I must warn you, if you've never made it before, it's much easier to make flaxseed gel than it is to make chia seed gel. So be prepared for that. Obviously, if you want, you can just buy something ready-made. That's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to give you basically a recipe, and the beauty with DIY is that you can make as much or as little as you need. The proportions, you just adjust the proportions, either halve them or double them or treble them depending on how much hair you have or how many people you're making it for. My hair right now is still very short. It's about 2.5 inches now, maybe 3. So I don't need a huge amount. So what I need, I just got my set of spoons here, which I use for my baking. So aloe vera juice, 4 tablespoons. If you don't catch this, don't worry, I'm going to put everything into the description box below so you can read that and save it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of my oil. So that's my oil, the jojoba oil. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon. Obviously, this is 50-50, 50% jojoba oil, 50% is my almond oil, but it doesn't really matter. I like almond oil because it's a penetrating oil, and that's why coconut oil is also a good option if your hair likes it, because it's very penetrating. Jojoba oil, it can penetrate to some extent, but then most of it actually will be on the outside, and that will give that nice slip, so that your hair is more manageable and easier to detangle, and it'll just make it nice and well conditioned. And now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the chia seed gel. So it's quite sticky. 1, 2. And then next I'm going to put some glycerin. So glycerin is great as a humectant, and therefore the glycerin is going to draw moisture into our hair and keep the moisture in our hair. So remember, we've got that juice in there, which is moisturizing, and the glycerin is going to help to keep the moisture in there. If your hair doesn't like glycerin, then I would recommend you don't use it. So we're going to put half a tablespoon. So just about half of that. So it's not a huge amount, that you're putting in there, so it should be fine. And then last but not least, we are now going to put the essential oils. So essential oils, just a thing to remember about essential oils is that you should never put them directly onto your scalp, because they are too strong and they can burn. So you really don't want that. So this is the essential oil that I'm using, my beautiful peppermint, and I'm just going to put in a couple of drops. In fact, I'm going to add 3. So 1, 2, 3. And the smell, it smells lovely already. And then all we're going to do now is just mix this. Now, just to make sure that it's mixed properly, what I often do is actually, I'm going to go here and get a whisk. Because as you can see, you know, we know water and oil don't mix, so it's not, you know, rocket science that you're going to see a layer of oil on top. But I'm going to mix this. And you know what? That is essentially it. So yes, I know people will say, oh, you're adding oil to this liquid, it's not going to mix. That is true. You know, we all learned that at school, so it's not anything new that we don't know. If you don't like mixing your oils with your liquids, then you know, you can leave the oil out and then apply it later on. That's entirely up to you. I've done this so many times and it works. And what you can do now, because this one's got preservative in it, you know, it can keep, but I would still recommend that you put it in the fridge rather than keep it outside. But if you don't have, you know, access to a fridge, you can just put it in somewhere nice and cool, away from direct sunlight, and it should be okay. Now this, because it's got a preservative in it, then it's probably going to last maybe a couple of weeks. But if you had used your fresh aloe vera juice, this will only last about a week. So don't make more than, you know, that you're going to use up in a week, because it's so easy to make. You know, you don't need to make big batches of it. I wouldn't recommend that you made a big batch and freeze it, because I know some people might consider that. I don't think it's a good idea. I would just say make as much as you're going to use up in a week. And that's essentially it. So from this, you can put this in the spray bottle with a nice biggish hole so that it's easier to come out. And you can spray this through your hair, massage it, and then seal it with oil or cream or butter, whichever one you want. So I use this as my liquid in my moisturizing process. You can also put this in an applicator bottle so that you can get right down to the scalp, and then just put some, you know, rub a little bit into your hands and apply it to your hair. So because you've added that bit of oil, you know, that's why it's going to make it easier to apply, and it's going to condition your hair. So this is it. It's as easy as that, and I hope you found it helpful. Hope you found it interesting, and let me know if you've made anything like this yourself, or if you intend to, and if you do, let me know what you think about it. But I had really dry hair, and I used to have to moisturize my hair pretty much on a daily basis. But with this mixture here, this conditioner here, leave-in conditioner, honestly, I only need to do it maybe twice or 3 times a week. My hair's never stayed as moisturized as it has since I started using this. Honestly, I kid you not, this is just absolutely wonderful. And the peppermint in there, my hair is just thriving, it's loving it. So anyway, I will see you in my next video. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please hit that red subscribe button, and also click that little bell so that you know when I have another video up on the channel. And please do comment, let me know what you think, and if there's anything you'd like me to show you or talk about, then please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to everybody who subscribed so far. You know, you are so special to me and you mean the world to me, so thank you so much. So until next time, you take care of yourselves, my lovelies. Bye now.